What's up guys, wanted to show you my new food plot monitoring stand. I've been wanting one of these just to be able to move it around real easy, tie it to my cart or whatever, four-wheeler, drag it. I'm going to make more of these so I can drag them one after another, different food plots. And the cool thing about this is that I got cameras on here. These are Browning Strike Forces back to back, so I can catch my cowpea plot here, and then I can catch my fall plot coming up on the backside over here. The cool thing about this whole unit is it's got hoods on it for sun, because these are going to be out in the sun. But the solar panel has a slide, it's adjustable. The hoods on it go up and down, you can slide them with the adjustment there. And then the cameras go up and down, adjustable as well. Really nice and adjustable. But once you get all this set, you don't need to do anything else. Once you get your hoods just right where it doesn't affect your motion sensor and your solar panels facing the right direction, the only thing you need to do is loosen this one, and then your whole unit will slide up and down here. So that keeps everything the same. And the nice thing about this is that, like in my other food plots, my cowpeas were a lot higher, and the cowpeas crawled over and covered up the cameras. So this will allow me a little bit more time before cowpeas and viney type things get to the tops of your cameras, and I'll be able to monitor this food plot and that food plot as well. The other thing, if you look at the bottom, which is really cool, is I've got these spikes that I built, and these are basically just to keep it stable. And if you're in soft dirt like these food plots, you'll be able to get these in the ground. If you're in really hard clay, you probably won't. But the point of this is try to keep, sometimes hogs bump them or something. This isn't going to be hog proof. I'm working on a hog proof trail camera stand, but this is just to keep it stable. So any high winds that come out here, it just keeps it really stable. So that thing is not moving. It is really, really sturdy. So anyway guys, hope that's helpful. If you're looking to build one, I'm going to take you to the shop now, kind of give you some of the measurements and how I did things, and let you see the raw build of it. Maybe it's something you might want to build in the future. But anyway, we'll head to the shop. Alright guys, so I want to walk you through, give you some dimensions and measurements, and kind of explain to you how I built this thing. So down at the bottom we have 1-inch EMT piping for the sleds, and I turned up the ends of them with a pipe bender, just a foot pipe bender like one of those over there, and it works out really perfect. So I used bigger pipe on the bottom to add some weight for center of gravity down low. I've got 4 holes on each of the corners where these 4 spikes go into ground. Those are 12-inch big spikes with a 7.5-inch 3/4 piping handle on it, which is really nice and sturdy. And I've got 1/2-inch sleeves. These are 1/2-inch sleeves, 11 inches long, that these slide into. These are going to keep this thing nice and sturdy. I don't think it'll be completely hog proof, but I'm working on a hog proof sled for trail cameras, so stay tuned on that. And but these will be nice and secure, I believe. So these 4 corner posts are 36 inches long. Again, they're 3/4 inch piping, and all of these angles up here are cut at 55 degrees. So I cut them at 55, I crimped them just a little bit, not all the way, just makes it a little bit easier to weld to this 1-inch piece of pipe, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this bar right here is 11.5 inches wide, crimped on both ends, welded to the back side of this. And from the bottom of this bar down to where it's welded at the sled is 20 inches. So to the bottom is 20 inches high, and then that 11.5 inch bar fits nicely right there. So let's talk about this little centerpiece right here. This is a 1-inch piece of pipe. It's 7 inches long, and what I did is you want to slide a 3/4 inch pipe into this, and then you want to put this into your vise, and you want to pinch this pipe until this pipe won't slide in it anymore. And then you back off of your vise, and then it'll start sliding again because it'll give. And then that should be a perfect setup for you. And then you want to take your nut and make sure that you put your nut on your big gap side, because you want to push that pipe to the back of this, and it just fits and molds perfectly to the back side of that bigger pipe. If you don't do that, then your pipe's going to want to wobble like that inside of that pipe because it's a smaller pipe. But this technique, I use it all the time. It works absolutely perfect, and you won't believe how secure this fits after you're done. So down here I used the 3/8 nuts with a 3/8 bolt and welded it to a 4.5 inch 4.25 inch 1/2 inch EMT pipe. Gives it for a nice sturdy handle. And all of these up here are 1/2 inch pipes for the slides and everything, and I'll go through that. But these hoods are made out of a 2.5 inch, a 2.5 quart paint pail. You can get them at Home Depot, Lowe's. Walmart seems to have the best ones. This one's from Walmart, and they're a little bit stiffer than the ones you get at Home Depot. But this pipe here is 10 inches across, crimped in the middle, and that allows me to adjust the height angle of the camera based on the height of the food plot. And these bottom bars right here are cut at 6 5/8 wide, long I mean, and so is the top hood bar, so that they match. And then I just basically took a 1/4 inch drill, drilled 2 holes through the pipe, put bolts and nuts on it, and that secures the hoods down. So I got my camera mounts, 1/4 inch bolts there, and then all my slides are created with the same technique that I used down there, crimping the pipe inside, putting a 3/4 inch pipe inside of this, crimping it, making it nice and tight, and then welding your nut here. So on all these slides I used a 5/16 nut with a 5/16 bolt, and then I made these handles out of the same spikes that I built those foot spikes out of. I just cut them in 2.5 inch lengths, tack welded them, and then screw them in. So all these things are adjustable, really nice. This is my solar panel couple. It just plugs in here like that, and the adjustments on the back side. But this allows you to get everything perfect so that your camera motion detector is not blocked by the hood at all. Once you get all this set and it's perfect, you don't need to touch any of that anymore. Then you just take your pipe and you adjust it the height wise with this adjustment here, and the whole thing slides up and down. Now I've got some extra here, so I could go much higher on this in a food plot where I have tall beans or peas, and this whole pipe is 42 inches long. So that's pretty much it, guys.